Hey, I'm Eric Rath.
I'm Rath Hicks.
We just finished wrapping the DVD shoot for Beyond Beginning Percussion.
It's our collection of 10 percussion ensembles written to get the kids going from the beginner percussion year to the high school year, because we always notice there seems to be a gap in certain concepts that a lot of teachers seem to skip.
There's a lot of material as far as having a trap table, having multiple setups, things that we expect percussionists to know in high school, but they are rarely truly prepared for. On the DVD, you're going to see a series of performances that goes over all of the pieces. And multicam HD allows you to see not only the kids play the piece, but allows you to see how they set it up, how they handle the instruments, the techniques they use, and be able to really see a lot of the intricacies, things that you don't think about teaching, but really have to be taught.
There's a lot of stuff that flute band directors or trumpet band directors can be very smart people and very aggressive people. There's certain things about percussion that they just don't know, and that's where this book comes into play.
We really designed it so that anybody from any walk of life who wants to have better percussionists can use it. So the non-percussionist who wants to be able to teach all these ins and outs of the logistics of being a good percussionist has all the tools at the ready. They have the DVD, they have the technique examples, and they have all the literature supporting each piece. But then the percussionist should look at it and say, here's some quality material, and here's something I can give to my students and sound good on, but also be a vehicle for those things that we know we've got to teach.
So, battery right there, it teaches all the basic battery percussion instruments. Yeah, I mean, a kid has to be shown how to hold a vibroslap. They have to be shown the correct way to what angle to hold a tambourine. You can't just tell them once, expect them to forget it. They have to play an entire ensemble where they're doing nothing but 3 or 4 different tambourine techniques, 3 or 4 different dampening techniques on the bass drum, things like that. Then they go there to move on to trapdoor, where, I mean, I'd say, I haven't counted yet, but there has to be at least 10 different mallet changes for every single kid, where the entire song, the song itself is pretty simple, which allows them to think about how much time do I need to take to make a mallet switch. Then we move on to multitasker, where it's the same thing. So many kids, you need to get multi-percussion going, where it's not just snare drum. Can I function doing snare drum, but also a wood block or a cowbell, things like that. And you get to be in the multi-percussion instruments. You don't have to worry about having 13 drums set up or anything like that. It basically starts off everyone with 2. And so you have all 8 players having 2 instruments at once. And then you keep going. You got a low tie, which starts off with the dynamics and works a kid understand how to change their roll speeds and their heights to make different dynamic changes. And you notice as the book keeps going, the concept becomes less important. It becomes more about the music. And then by the time you get to our shining star, the escape artist, it's not about beating the concept over head. It's just about good music.
And not only are we percussionists, but we're band directors too. And in being a well-rounded band director, you deal with a ton of issues before you even get to the percussion. And you have so many things that you have to listen for and deal with between you and those guys in the back of the room. So a lot of these things are missed in just trying to be a good, well-rounded band director. So having a method, having an ensemble book available to work out of allows you to know that you're covering all the bases and you're getting all of you're covering all of your topics.
It's been a great experience. I've made a great friend through this whole process. I've really connected with my students learning, and I'm sure as he did with the accessory percussion DVD. And we really hope you enjoy our book.